Hi, I wanted to talk a little bit about Cry the Beloved Country and the section of reading that you're going to be moving into with this week. So the first part of the book was told from the point of view of Stephen the pastor, and beginning with chapter 18. So we're going to be going to book 2 this time, and part of your reading is chapter 17, but then you transition into chapter 18 here. So this is a 3-part novel, and part 2 is going to be told from a different point of view. So here, point of view is going to be something that you want to keep in the forefront of your mind. Notice that chapter 1 starts, "There is a lovely road that runs from Ikopo into the hills. These hills are grass-covered and rolling, and they are lovely beyond any singing of it. The road climbs 7 miles into them to Carisbrook, and from there, if there is no mist, you look down on one of the fairest valleys of Africa." And we get this entire section, this description of Africa here. When we turn to chapter 18, we have the same text repeated. There's a lovely road that runs from Ikopo into the hills. And so one of your Say Mean Matters, I think, for this section of reading should definitely reflect on the repetitions that are that we see from chapter 1 to chapter 18. What point is Alan Paton trying to make by repeating these two? We notice, too, though, that there is a diversion, whereas Stephen notices that the land breaks down and the soil becomes red and it's not fertile. Over here, James Jarvis, from whose point of view this book is told, has a different feeling about it at all. It's rich and it's fertile. And so one of the questions I want to make sure you address in your Say Mean Matter is, why do the 2 different characters have this different view of the land? And how does the land affect them and the people living on it? So keep that in mind. We had talked earlier, too, about foils, and we were noticing the foils between the 2 pastors, the foil between Stephen and his brother, but now we see another foil as well, and that's the one that we see when we take a look at Stephen versus James Jarvis. So just keep those things in mind as you're reading, and I do hope you're enjoying the book. Thanks.